When it comes to making profits from property investing and being a landlord, there is no fast way, there is no easy way, but there is a proven way, and that is to invest in a property, to make the profit, keep the profit and reinvest the profit to grow your portfolio. That is a tried and tested way of building a profitable portfolio over time. You might see loads of headlines that say you can build £1 million portfolio in 6 months, or you can make 10 grand a month from property within 30 days. What I would say is that those headlines are normally designed to sell you something. Fair enough, business is business. It's nothing personal. It's just another person trying to provide their services. But you know that I talk about being the anonymous landlord a lot. That's the ultimate way to be a landlord and to be a property investor. That's the goal that you need to get to, where you can be an anonymous landlord, where you're making profit from property without using your own time or energy, or sacrificing your time with your family, or giving up your mental well-being. All of those things are not worth sacrificing in order to make profit from property, because you can set it up in a way that makes you an anonymous landlord. But there is no fast way to do that. There's no easy way to do that. And you've got to set that up from the start. You've got to buy a property. You've got to make the profit on that property. You've got to set the systems up around the management of that property and your finance and your insurances and your legal side of all of this. You have to set that up so that it's done without you, autonomously. That's why it's the anonymous landlord, because you are anonymous to the process. You are just the investor. You're not a tenancy manager. You didn't get into property investing so that you could manage tenancies and run properties and deal with contractors and maintenance and contracts and tenancies in and out and advertising tenancies and doing viewings and referencing. That's not why you got into property. You got into property because you want to make profit from property. And that can be in cash flow each month, or that can be in building profit through the growth in value of that property over time. That's why you invested in property. So remember that. So when you buy a property, set it up so that you are anonymous to every single part of the process. Nobody should ever have to contact you in order to manage your property, because that's not why you got into property. What you want to do is buy the property and then leave it generating profit and growing in value. That's what you want. So remember the rules. You buy a property, you take the profit, you reinvest, and you repeat. That is how you build a property portfolio. That is how the most successful property investors in the world do it. What they don't do is these quick, fast, easy schemes that enable you to maybe make a little bit of profit from a property strategy once. That's not the goal. The goal is not to make profit from property once. The goal is not to make profit from property once, and also the goal is not to make profit from property by giving up all of your time and giving you something that you've got to work your arse off for so long, day in, day out, 9 till 5. You've already got a job. You don't do property to take on another job. That's not why we invest in property. So when you see those headlines that say, in a nutshell, you can get rich quick, they're so tempting. I even see them and I want to watch them because I think, oh, maybe I can make an extra few quid. Maybe there's something I don't know about. Maybe there's a different strategy that might make me a load of money nice and quick. But there very rarely is. And any property strategy, in fact, any business strategy that gives you this opportunity to make money takes work. And there are 3 types of work. It takes hard work, lots of work, and smart work. But the goal is the smart work. The goal is to have other people do all the hard work, other people to do lots of work. That's smart work. That's how you make a success of your own property journey. So remember that. There is no fast way. There is no easy way. And in fact, to add to that, there's no way that you're going to make a ton of profit like that. There's no property that's going to bring you all of your hopes and dreams in one transaction, in one project. It's not going to happen. What you've got to do is buy a property, take the profit, reinvest it and repeat. Keep doing it and it goes like this. And what happens is the compound. You hear the most successful property investors, in fact, the most successful investors talk about compounding. And that's what they do. Because I tell you what, I'm now starting to feel the effects of the compounding that I've been doing. I'm really feeling it. At the beginning, it wasn't happening fast enough and I was getting a little bit frustrated. And that made me look at other strategies and other options that were going to produce results faster. But you know what? They either didn't produce results faster or they required me to put loads of my time and effort and energy into making that profit. Now, whilst I love hard work, I love being a grafter, I always have been, I did not get into property investing to take on another job. I've already got my businesses. I've got successful businesses because I've put the work into them. But I didn't also get into property investing so I could do more of that. No, I got into property investing myself so that I could take the money that I'm making from my businesses and put them into something profitable and grow that money and grow the value of those properties over time. Not so that I could be a tenancy manager, not so that I could be a property manager, a contractor manager, an administrator. I didn't get into property for all those things. So neither should you. Unless you want to, of course. If that's your goal, to be a tenancy manager, good on you. Good luck to you. So, remember the rule. There is no fast way. There is no easy way. Just the tried and tested formula of building a property portfolio which is profitable, reliable, easy, simple, safe. You've got to buy the property. You've got to take the profit. You've got to reinvest the profit. And you've got to repeat that. And I promise you, if you keep doing that, then after a while, compounding starts taking action. And that's when you start seeing your money going up and up and up. And then you buy the next property and it goes up faster. You buy the next property, it goes up faster. You buy the next property, it goes up faster. And it keeps getting faster and faster and faster and faster. Before you know it, you'll have too much money and you'll have to start buying as many properties as you can. I'm starting to get to that point where I'm looking for more properties constantly now. And I get offered a lot of properties every single day. Really good buy-to-let property investments, flip-to-let property investments. It's how I launched my property broker because I get offered so many good property investments that I'm not buying. I had to start offering them off-market, below-market value properties to my clients. And so I built this little property broker. I don't work with everybody. I've got a little pool of property investors that want these off-market property deals, and I now provide them to them when I'm not buying, because I can't buy all the time. If I'm not buying, I offer them to these property investors, and that means that I keep these property investment deals coming to me. So whenever I do have the cash to buy the next property, I've got the property ready to buy because they're always coming to me. When I haven't got the cash or I'm not buying, then I've always got investors that can buy them in my place. That's it. Simple as that. You know, I focus on houses, buy-to-let houses, flip-to-let houses, or BRRs, some people call them, buy, refurbish, refinance. But what I do is I just buy the next house, I accumulate the profit, I buy the next house. I accumulate the profit, I buy the next house. And my profit is coming in faster and faster and faster and faster with every single property that I buy. It's great. And that's the rule. That is proper property investing. There is no fast way. There is no easy way. Don't think of it as any kind of thing that's going to make you rich in the next couple of years. What property is a place to put your money where your cash will work for you. Your cash will generate more cash. That's it. That's what property is. It is not something you're going to put your money into and get an absolute ton back fast. It's not that. If you've got cash in the bank, put it into property and get the profit each month Accumulate that profit. Don't spend it. It's not yours yet until you reach that point where, for an example, you could buy another house every couple of months and you've got enough money for holidays and you've got enough money to pay all your bills and you've got enough money to treat your family and buy a new house and do all those wonderful things. That's when you can start spending the money. So you've got to buy the property, you've got to take the profit, you've got to reinvest it, and then you've got to repeat that. Don't chase these make-believe unicorn deals that are quite often sold to you, that are quite often used as headlines to sell things. And like I say, I've got nothing against those people. Hey, do you know what? Everybody's just trying to run their business. If you've got a training course that you're trying to sell, of course you're going to use marketing. And marketing is headlines. Well, that's what marketing is. It's what advertising is. It's using headlines to get people's attention and to get them to buy your stuff, whether that's services, courses, products, whatever. That's the rule of advertising. So I don't begrudge anybody for saying, hey, this person earned 10 grand in 1 week from property. Great. Use the headline. But what I'm trying to do right here is to tell you that might work once for some people, but maybe not for every person. And there is no fast way, no easy way to make money from property, because if there was, then everybody would be property millionaires. But they're not. Very few people are property millionaires because there is no fast way, because there is no easy way. If I said to you, there is an easy way for you to make £1 million and it was true, then surely everyone would be millionaires. No, there is no easy way. There is only the tried and tested way. And by the way, what I mean by that is that there is only the tried and tested way. But that's not to say that there isn't a way you could make a quick buck from property investing once by grafting, putting your work in, putting the time in, putting the effort in, putting your energy in. I'm not saying you can't make good money quickly. What I'm saying is that if you want to build a portfolio with financial freedom, reliable, if you want to build a portfolio of profitable, reliable, easy, simple, safe properties, and you want that passive income coming in, which everybody wants to get to, and you want that financial freedom where your money's coming in, month out, without you having to use all your time and energy and effort to get it, that takes time. That takes repetition. That takes buying a property, taking the profit, reinvesting and repeating. There's a reason why the top property investors in the world do it like that. So anyway, I'm not trying to bash people that offer training courses. Actually, some of the people that offer training courses are really good at what they do. Really good. I'm not going to mention names, but there are some that are really good. There are some that aren't so good, but you can still get some advice and tips and knowledge from them. But you also have to remember, I know I keep saying it, but there is no fast way, no easy way. But you also have to remember that everybody's property journey is different. If you want that passive income, financial freedom, you want to build a portfolio of profitable, reliable, easy, simple, safe properties, then your journey might be different to somebody who's perhaps open to higher risk stuff. Serviced accommodation, HMO, rent to rent. That's all higher risk stuff, but it's profitable, absolutely. But everybody's journey is different. So you have to work towards your journey. And it is a journey. It's not just a quick, hey, let's get a quick buck from property and then we can retire. It doesn't work like that. However you want to do it, it's going to take long-term, hard work, smart work, lots of work. But you've got to build it in a way that will enable you to be an anonymous landlord, because you did not get into property investing to do it all yourself.